in Spain by who? By those who Bob supports, the Christian Catholic. Where they gone? They came to Algeria, Morocco, Turkey. They went to Iraq, to Egypt. Subhanallah, look, because they know, and the Islamic Empire were going to be saved from the evil hands of the Christians. And now he will speak. So my point here is, now he ran away as well. Jesus, when he's going to come back, do you know what he's going to do? He's going to kill everyone. Anyone slaughter. He's going to come back as the king. So now, is he a good man or not? Prophet Muhammad's marriage to Aisha. Wallahi, ikhwa. Wabillahi wa tallahi. He knew very well I was going to expose him so badly. He knew that, you know, because in the New Testament...
And you done him any time anyway. You done him any time.
Yeah, many times, but he doesn't learn. Bobby comes here to get beat up for free. Not physically, but intellectually, yeah? Remember, I'm speaking to a man who believed the Almighty God, the powerful God, was inside the private part of a woman. That's their belief. I'm not trying to mock them, that's not insult. He believes that. How can you speak to someone like that? He should be ashamed of himself. Anyway, my brothers, about Prophet Muhammad's marriage to Aisha. First, to define what is a child. According to doctors, what they call it, biologists, what different child from an adult is puberty. Check it online, don't take my word for it. And sometimes that can occur at the 8 years old. Okay? So when you say it's a child, you commit one fallacy argument. Because you are already saying it's a child. She was not a child. Also, she was adult, she was mature. Aisha, may Allah please with her. And the best way to refute him, your Christian scholars who wrote a book about Prophet Muhammad, books about Prophet 500 years ago, they never mentioned nothing about Aisha's marriage. Even though they knew Prophet was married to Aisha at the age of 9. Why? Because that was something which is normal. Back in those days, there was no nursery, there's no primary school, secondary school. For girl with a woman, the age of 9, 10, they changed. You know, they become a woman. I mean, wallah, forget 500 years ago. Go to Algeria, go to Morocco, go to Somalia. 9 years old, he's a man. You see him in the market because he's poor, he's making money for his family. She's 9 years old, 8 years old, she takes care of the house, she does everything. So what you have to understand, what they do, by the way, in Britain and America and Europe, the age of marriage was 9, 8 and 7. But what Europeans have this mentality, I have to repeat it over and over again. If we change, everyone has to change. That's what the European mentality is. No, watch this here. If I change, you have to change. If you don't change, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a war against you to call you backwards. Okay, who should determine what is backward, what is not? Who? Because I don't follow your ways, I'm a backward. I believe you're backward too. They say, no, I don't accept it from you. So you have to, when someone call you backward, a Christian say, why I'm backward? Because I don't follow your teaching. So that's one thing. The other thing, no one had any problem with the marriage of Aisha. Aisha was happy with it. Her parents was happy with it. The society was happy with it. Prophet was happy with it. Likewise, even afterwards, many women in Europe, in the Western world, in Algeria, in Morocco, in Africa, in the Arab Peninsula, they were getting married very young. As for the word pedophilia, my brothers and sisters, firstly, let us define what is pedophilia. Let me ask you, what is pedophilia? What is pedophilia? When you have sex with a child or intercourse with a child, yeah? Okay, that amongst the Europeans, that is not accepted, not all the time. In Britain, if you have intercourse, sex with a girl 14, you are a pedophile. Cross the road, France and Italy, you're not a pedophile. Imagine that. Between so-called the most civilized countries in the world, we are the third world, is it? So let us see the first world would have to offer for us. Britain, if you get married at the age of 14, you're a pedophile. Cross the river at France, La Liberté, mon frère, you know? Cross the road to them. Where is it? 14 years old. Go to Italy, 14 years old. America, some say 13 years old. Japan, look, Colombia, that shows you what? Amongst these so-called civilized countries, pedophilia is not defined universally. So what is pedophilia? There's no consensus. So what is pedophilia in Britain? France, I don't agree with them. And France is a Christian, like there's a lot of Christians there. Likewise in America, to show you what they made up a term and they want to impose it on us. You say, no, we have to use our criteria and Sunnah. Yes, if a child is a child, let's even define what is a child. You know, nowadays even she's 65 years old, she's still playing PlayStation 2. Of course she's still a child in our time. I mean, you go back home, we don't have this nonsense. According to my knowledge, last time I've been back home, yeah? But my point here is, That's what we deal with it. About genocide, we dealt with it. Prophet never said genocide Jewish and the Christians. He's a liar. Yes, in the Arab Peninsula, but they were allowed to live in Morocco. The Arab Peninsula, because why? Mahbat al-Wahy is a place, there's a Kaaba, there's a Medina, so they allow it for out of necessity. Where is the other point mentioned? About Prophet allowing rape. That is not true, that's a kadib.
Lies.
It's a liar. Again, what is rape? Define rape to me. Bringing a woman, forcing her and beating her up, that's not allowed in Islam. That's not allowed in Islam. Guess what? Guess what? He's a hypocrite. Go to the Old Testament, the all-loving Jesus. The all-loving Jesus, because in the Old Testament, Jesus is God. He was playing the role of God, yeah? Where he said, go and kill every man and every woman that slept with a man. So according, no, don't take it, because I have to finish the points, you know, because he mentioned many points, I have to deal with them. Kill every woman that slept with a man. So according to Jesus, the all-loving Jesus, being married, that is a sin and it should be killed. And what you should do, keep the little gods for yourself. The question, why are you going to keep a little god for yourself? Are you going to play football with her? Are you going to play hide and seek with her? Of course, you know why is it a virgin, is it? Also, because I don't want to, all the points I want to deal with them, to show the hypocrisy. Bob, when he speaks to Muslims, you know, he becomes liberal. He put the Bible under the bus. He doesn't want to speak about the Bible anymore, because he know I will embarrass him. We're not embarrassed what Prophet did. He's the best man who walked on the earth. However, there is some things Prophet did, is not sunnah that everyone has to follow. Prophet got married to Khadija, she was 45 years old. He was 25 years old. There is no Muslim scholars in the past or now say it's a sunnah to do that. No. There's certain things Prophet did was based upon his culture, okay? Based upon his situation. Prophet, for example, he did not eat lizard. No one said lizard. No one said sunnah to not eat lizard. No, you understand? Prophet Muhammad got married to a woman, many of his wives, they had children, correct? Except Aisha. According to manage Aisha and Sauda. Okay. The point here is, no one said from the sunnah to get married to a woman, she has children. So we have to differentiate between the two. When we say Prophet is the best man, of course he's the best man. That's why Prophet says some people can take for some example for, he's 25 years old, he can get married to a woman, she's 40. No problem with that. But there's certain things, it's a sunnah to follow. Certain things Prophet did, for example, having a long hair. Scholars never said you have to have a long hair. It's a sunnah, do you understand that? So rape, there's not. However, in a war, yes, when you take a woman as a prisoner, okay? When you take her, by definition, she's divorced. Then you wait, then you allow to have intercourse with her. However, you're not allowed to harm her, you're not allowed to force her. And when you force what? Allah Prophet said, be nice to them, be good to them. However, these situations about servitude in Islam doesn't exist in our time. However, if a war happened, then a Muslim leader has 4 options. Either let them go free, exchange them with the other prisoners, or you kill them as a servant. However, in the Bible, no. If you're not an Israelite, because the God of the Bible is a racist. It's a tribal God. If you're not Israelite, you should be killed. God of the Israelite, that was Jesus, by the way. And wallahi, I was, you know, have you noticed? I was very patient. I was telling everyone, keep quiet. I want to speak because I knew I would expose him. And he knew that. But what he was doing, he was interrupting, because he knows if I keep interrupting Shamsi, he's going to walk away and he's not going to expose me in front of my camera. And that's what I want to expose in front of his camera. But alhamdulillah, qadar sha'a fa'al. But people probably will watch the full video, inshallah ta'ala, exposing this kadab, this liar, who Prophet Muhammad sandu better than him. His sandu. Wallah, the dust that Prophet stepped on is better than this guy.
Definitely.
That's how proud. Wallah, the dust better than this person. This person, why I call him white supremacist, Christian, majority of people that come to him, a lot of them are race EDO followers. And you can check the videos. He's a racist, this guy. And he put it, my black brother. Yeah, we know this business. My black brother, yeah. Like in America, that's what they call them, black brother. And they put them in, what they call it, they treat them badly and so on. And they kill them. Yeah, lie to us. You cannot deceive us. So my point here is, have you noticed? He never dealt with Prophet's teaching. And Ibn Hajj al-Haythami. Ibn Hajj al-Haythami said there was no servitude in Islam. 500 years ago, he mentioned that. Why? Because majority of servants, they've been kidnapped. And Islamically, that is not allowed, it's haram, it's forbidden. You know? Now a person might say, but in our time, we don't have a servant. Yeah, because you drop a bomb and you kill everyone. You kill babies and infants. But Islam, you keep them, take care of them, treat them nice, look after them. Once Prophet Umar ibn Khattab was walking, and there was a man sitting down eating, and another man standing. He said, who is this person standing? He said, it's my servant. He said, be aware, let him sit down and eat with you. Allah Akbar said, let him sit down and eat with you. Prophet Muhammad saw a man is about to hit his servant. He He said, Ya Abdullah, remember Allah is greater than you. He said, oh Messenger of Allah, let him go free. Allahu Akbar. The Bible killed them, raped them, because what? They're not Israelites. And these guys, they will never speak against the Zionists, what they're doing in Palestine. Because why? They're following the Bible. You see, that's why I said they kiss their toes, the toes of the Yahud. Why? Because they're scared of them. Oh, that is clear. Is there any point he mentioned in the
I think that was all of them.
all of them? Yeah. Alhamdulillah, but Allah still fair. Fadal, akhi, you want to mention something?
Yeah. The thing about the virgins, keep all the virgins. It's even worse than that. He actually said, keep a portion for myself, for me. I mean, what's God gonna do with the virgins?
Yeah. There's one. There's one, yeah? Firstly, imagine God pretends to be baby.
Stuff.
Imagine that. That's why the God of the Bible, the Christians.
They believe that.
They believe God was baby, but he knew he was not baby, he was God as well. So he's pretending to be a child inside the woman's private part. But he knew he was God. Yeah. And he wants to speak about Islam. How dare you, man? But wallahi, that was his day today, but he ran away. He knew. He knew. And he said 5 minutes after, he said, no, you have to let me finish my point, because he mentioned many points. Let me deal with them, then we'll go 5 minutes. Because he won't say 5 minutes, then he cut me off. Yeah, alhamdulillah. If you have any question, and be proud. Prophet did, yes. Because what's happened now with the Muslims, because the Western world changed, so we have to change. Change what? If they change something good, yeah, we change as well. But we have the Quran and the Sunnah. Yeah, they make cars, alhamdulillah. It's good to do that. But we don't have to follow them in everything. You understand? We don't have to have sheep mentality. So many Christians in Speaker's Corner, they're not Christians. Rather, some of them, they are literally like an atheist. They utilize anything against Islam, even those arguments they are utilizing go against their own belief.
They live
Subhanallah. Huh?
They live in a glass house.
They live in a glass house, akhi. But wallahi, today, akhi, I want him, he lied, he said, could interrupt him. I said, just twice I interrupt him about something, yeah? Khalas, the guy, he doesn't want to let me finish. And he's shouting, and he's lying against Prophet. But alhamdulillah, where you can see, people accepting Islam day and night. Akhi, Europe left Christianity. Wallahi, France, akhi, churches are empty. Go, alhamdulillah, our brothers in East London, they bought a church and it's a mosque. Our brothers in Birmingham, they bought a church and it's a mosque. What I like about this country, the government here, they don't care about this stuff. Give them money, they will sell anything.
Most of the church now is a school anyway. So
some of them is an apartment. They knock them down. Yeah. But in Islam, no, go to the mosque in Islam. Go to the message on Friday. Where you hear the Imam, brothers, can you give more money because we need to expand the masjid? You go to church on Sunday, please, can you do what? You can't do nothing, you won't sleep in. They've been Saturday nightclub, hangover, he doesn't know what you're talking about. Alhamdulillah. Where Islam is spreading? In Europe. They say we force people to accept Islam. We're not using no knife, no swords, no spoon, no fork, none of that. But people accepting Islam.
And it's women.
Women, the majority of women, yeah.
I mean, if it's that oppressive to women, how comes they're the majority of the ones that are converted?
And it's about Jesus. So my point here is, who's better, Jesus as God or Jesus as a man? Because God is better than everyone else. So it seems like Jesus as God, he was a ruthless God, doesn't care, evil God. But when he became man, he became better than when he was God. That's the argument that I tried to utilize. But I was scared I was going to go all these points I mentioned, I would go in details. Because he lied, he mentioned many points, and I know this tactic of bringing many points to confuse you. That's why I'm not giving me time to deal with every point, because we have nothing to hide, and I'm not going to run away as you claim. I'm going to demolish you. But the evil guy, the coward, he was scared. He kept interrupting, and shouting. Not just interrupting, I was not shouting. He's just shouting over me, brother. Alhamdulillah for Islam. Alhamdulillah, Islam. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome. If something was not clear or something, alhamdulillah.
Shamsi, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam, حياك الله. كيف الحال?
You see subhanAllah, we're in some funny times now. Some very, very, very funny times with the du'at. It's different, it's not about this, different mawdu, different topic, yeah? It's not about this debate.
I want to about this debate. So
what is
I was talking about the Christian things.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
About anything, yeah? Okay.
You want to talk about something?
I want to ask you something, innit?
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah. So what I was saying was that, so the du'ats obviously now, you see a lot of them in the YouTube and whatnot. SubhanAllah, obviously we're very, very, scary times, the way they're talking and just, we know who they are anyway. We don't just obviously see their names, but I feel like there's some brothers though, who, they've obviously made some mistakes and so on and so forth. There's no doubt. But at the same time, their aqidah and everything and so on and so forth is the same. It's the same as us, inshallah Salafi.
Yeah.
So, is there like no way there could be some islah, some tasalah, or something? Is there no attempts and so on and so forth? Because, when I'm with some brothers from my area, like around Southeast London and so on and so forth, some brothers a lot of the time they say obviously rather.
Well, is Lewisham side?
Say that again?
Lewisham side, I think?
Where?
Lewisham.
No, like Peckham area.
Okay, Peckham, Camberwell.
Yeah, Camberwell, all these areas.
Yeah.
So, some of the brothers, they say that, alright, this, when I say certain things, it's like, this guy is like S-Pod and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I say right now, those are the brothers that are putting in the work. Those are the brothers that are putting in the work. You have to say it as it is. But there's other times now, like for example, I think that some brothers that they've spoken about, not only like and ask for Isma.
Don't have to mention names.
But what's it called? They could the usloob could have been different. I do believe that there's a bit of shaddud in the way that they've spoken. They could have used a different tactic and so on and so forth with certain people. I'm trying to.
Yeah, understand that. Even me, I'll tell you, look, akhi, firstly, no one is ma'asum except the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. All of us, sometimes we get angry.
Yeah.
We say something about the brother.
Okay.
Yeah. But for us to understand what's happening, because sometimes what we see only the outcome. We haven't seen what happened before the outcome. What do I mean by that? Only see someone attacking the other person, but we don't understand why he's doing that. You see, for example, one of the brothers here, I advised him for 4 years, brought him to my house, speaking nice to him, respectfully. People, what they saw only Shamsi speaking out against him. But they didn't see when I brought him to my house, offered him food, spoke to him nicely. We drove together to Birmingham, we had a nice time. But I know this person is stubborn, he's not joking anymore. This person is openly. So they understand that. And likewise, sometimes, maybe some brothers, they will say something, it's a harsh word, they shouldn't say it. No doubts about that. Like me, there's some issues that happened in the past. I dealt with some brothers, I believe I was wrong, and I apologize to them. I believe I was wrong, no doubts about that, because I'm a human being. I'm not going to say everything Abu Khadija, Abu Iyad, or Abu Hakim, or Brother Abu Kanzal Jamal, or Anwar, say it's perfect, they don't make no mistakes, they don't get angry. Come on. We get angry and so on, understand? However, what you have to understand, that's even, sometimes your father can be harsh to you, you see, very harsh to you. But he's harsh to you about what? About something that is good for you. So you're not going to think, the best example I gave today when I give a talk to show the Sharia Islamia is perfect. Someone who drinks khamr, alcohol, he get lashes. So imagine what you see someone getting lashed. Can I feel this harsh? But this harsh has been used to protect him and get on his destruction. Because if you keep allowing him, he's going to destroy his body, he's going to destroy his wealth, he's going to destroy his family. So the harsh here is praiseworthy. You understand? So the brother who's getting lashed here as a Muslim, I'm not going to think, that was harsh, man, he lashed me. Well, I'm going to look, that was harsh, no doubt, because the nature of punishment is harsh, but it's just, So now what do you have to do? Take the outcome of that and follow in it, you understand? Because, akhi, to be honest, I would say openly, wallahi, akhi, I'm not mentioning names. I was one of the brothers, I didn't like spabs.
I wanted to, let me mention something.
Let me finish this word here. Barakallah. What's your name is anyway?
Mikael.
Mikael, nice to meet you, akhi, So, akhi, Mikael, because people say things about them. When I start reading, start seeking knowledge, meeting them in persons, beautiful brothers. And I came to know about books of the Salaf through them, even though I'm an Arabic speaker. When I used to go to masjid in London, I'm not going to name the masjid, they didn't introduce me to those books of the Salaf, which are the criteria to determine who is the true follower of the Salaf, who is not. They introduced me because they were teaching it, understand? So, and I see their da'wah, akhi, they've always been attacked. How come one brother who's here, believed Sheikh Albani, Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh Uthaymeen, Sheikh Abdul Wahhab, utilize these brothers? The brother from Birmingham, he utilized him and gets pubs. Then he utilized the brother from South, he utilized him and gets pubs. And you have not a word against him, while he's openly speaking ill of Sheikh Albani, spoke ill of Ibn Taymiyyah. But they are coming together. They claim, and the brothers, those guys in Reading, cooperating with him to attack Spabs, even though this guy is worse than Spabs. And not worse than Spabs upon the Salafi, alhamdulillah. This guy is evil guy, a liar, slanderer, lying against people, accuse people of zina, accuse people of stealing money, evil liar, I know him very well. And Allah is going to bring me, Allah will judge me. And Allah will ask me about, because I know what I'm saying, Allah, the angel writing it down. He's evil, but you cooperate with him because you have a problem with Spabs. That shows you have a problem in manhaj.
Of course.
You understand,
I agree with you, 1,000,000%.
So these guys, Allah been exposing them.
هؤلاء يعني أمرهم واضح. هؤلاء يعني
أولي الأمر.
لا داعي يعني these people are I'm talking about them. يوجد أحد أصله يعني صومالي.
اوكي.
يعني معروف يعني في انترنت يعني عنده مدرسة كذا كذا. هذا
طيب الذي بالإشارة يفهمه.
أيوة.
خلاص تكلم.
إذا تتكلم بالإنجليزي. Him now, for example, I think the way he was dealt with, let me speak now. I think the way he was dealt with, فيه شيء من التشدد.
Okay.
Little bit. Because look, you see the age of the elders, وفقهمullah, the ones that are speaking, that's what their age are like 50s, late 50s and so on and so forth. We are their children, really and truly. You need to give people the rights where it's due. Don't just come out of nowhere, start speaking. These people, even if you've got culture, even if you've got culture, if you're African or whatever, you respect your elders. So what about with Islam as well, subhanAllah? These people, you give them their rights and so on and so forth. When you was doing front flips on your mattress, they were giving da'wah. So of course, you give them. But also, I think that the usloob needs to be applied differently. You got to see, you got to look now. Some people, the way they've been, born and raised in this country, the people that are speaking, 31, 32, 33, they're excited. They'll speak and so on and so forth.
No, you're right.
So you need to look at, if you come with the tatbiq and you come and you with like this, uniform approach. Some people, it can make them, speak back or be rude or so on and so forth. So you definitely, like even this person that I'm talking about now, like when I said the Aslahu Yani Somali, and so on and so forth. Look, most of his aqeedah and everything and so on and so forth. Allahu a'lam.
Like us, you're gonna say?
Yeah. And obviously certain things, I'm not saying all of them, because he's made, no one's ma'soom, like you said, he made some issues and so on and so forth. But some of the things that I read, I wasn't like some of the things that I wasn't really like. Look, I was reading one PDF about him, and in the opening it says that he burst on the scene, This is from one of the brothers. He said he burst on the scene and he spoke. تكلم في شأن اسبوبس بسبب
الشهرة.
ايوه كان يريد ان يكون مشهور. ما أدراك ما يدريك أنه يريد أن يكون مشهور شققت قلبه.
Okay, now you mentioned that's a good question you ask about. Now you mentioned about the brothers, they were harsh of him, But first, you have to go back to the asl. That's what I'm saying. The brothers, when they advised him, I mean, like one of them, we spoke to him nicely, me and Anwar.
Him. I'm talking about him.
Both of them. I spoke to him as well.
The Somali one,
Somali. I spoke to him. He came to the masjid. I spoke to him.
Okay.
And he said, Sheikh Abdul Muhsin Abbad won't against Spabs. And I said, fear Allah, where? He showed me books that advise. And I said, that's not true. You have to fear Allah. Don't lie. You understand? So I did speak to him, the brother, May Allah give us tawfiq and give him tawfiq,
What did he throw on top of that? What did he throw on top of that? That's what I see from the issue. He interpreted the text.
That's true.
General,
on the brothers, Spabs, Spabs, So my point here is, what happened? The brothers advised him, but he came back. How he came back? He started mocking them. They cannot recite Quran, some of them. He started telling them that Prophet praised the Khawarij.
I remember that, bro.
You see,
the first part, where is that? Is that on the internet? The one about they can't recite? Or is that
there's both of them in the. Okay, so he started mocking and attacking the brothers, And now, sometimes, even from the Salaf, some people,
Now, when you say mocking, where's the mocking? How did he mock them?
Okay, if someone now tries his best to try to recite and he cannot recite, but you try to say that's a mockery. That's a mockery. Because why? If I bring a brother